One of the most enjoyable aspects of travel is being introduced to new foods. But with so many foods to try, it can be difficult to know where to start. To help you eat your way around the world, we've compiled a list of the 10 most delicious must-eat foods from around the world. Some are difficult to pronounce, while others you may never have heard of. However, they're all extremely popular in their home countries and nothing short of amazing. If you get a chance to try these on the road, take advantage of it. Number 1. Apfelstrudel. Apfelstrudel is a traditional Austrian dessert that dates back to the 1600s in Vienna. A handwritten recipe for the delectable pastry from 1696 is housed in the Vienna City Library today, demonstrating its cultural significance. Strudel is a German word that means whirlpool, and it describes a whirlpool of apple and thin layers of pastry that's said to be inspired by Turkish baklava. While touring the Schönbrunn Palace's cafe restaurant residence in Vienna, you can see how strudel is made before tasting it fresh. The strudel gained popularity in the 18th century as a type of sweet or savory layered pastry with a filling inside during the Habsburg Empire in 1278 to 1780. Throughout the many centuries of the Austrian Habsburg Empire's expansion, Austrian cuisine was formed and influenced by the cuisines of many different peoples. Strudel is related to the Ottoman Empire's pastry baklava, which arrived in Austria via Turkish cuisine via Hungarian cuisine. Strudel is most commonly associated with Austrian cuisine, but it's also a traditional pastry throughout the former Austro-Hungarian Empire. Apple strudel is the most popular strudel in these countries. Along with Wiener Schnitzel and Tafelspitz, apple strudel is considered the national dish of Austria. Strudel is also associated with Ashkenazi Jewish cuisine, particularly that of Ashkenazi Jews from Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. Among Jews, an apple and raisin filling is popular. Eat it hot or cold, with or without whipped cream. Mostly just make sure you eat it. Number 2. Arepas. Corn has long been a staple of Latin American indigenous peoples, and streets in Venezuela and Colombia are lined with vendors selling arepas. Colombian archaeological sites show evidence of arepas dating back 3,000 years, while Venezuelan evidence dates back 2,800 years. The arepa is a pre-Columbian dish from the area that's now Venezuela, Panama, and Colombia. The tools used to make the flour for the arepas, as well as the clay slabs in which they were cooked, were frequently discovered at archaeological sites in the area. Although it has not been specified in which country an arepa was first cooked, the earlier dates of maize presence in Colombia and Venezuela have been defined. For example, the first record of corn in Colombia dates from around 3,000 years ago, while the first record of corn in Venezuela is estimated to be around 2,800 years ago. The arepa has remained largely unchanged from the arepas consumed by pre-Columbian native peoples throughout its history, making it one of the few pre-contact traditions that has remained popular in the years since colonization. The name arepa is said to be derived from arepa, the Kumanagoto word for cornbread. People who have eaten these cornmeal patties from centuries cannot be wrong. They're frequently served with cheese or cuajada or fermented milk and can be stuffed into sandwiches with chicken or meat. This is the epitome of street food. Number 3. Boba tea. Taiwanese people are frequently seen drinking boba tea, also known as pearl or tapioca tea. Black, chewy tapioca balls are mixed with milk and shaken to create a thick layer of foam similar to a milkshake. It's not named after the balls. The drink was invented in Taiwan in the 1980s and has since become as popular in other parts of the world as coffee and soda. Versions made with sugar, fruit, and flavored syrups can produce almost any flavor imaginable. Since the Dutch colonization of Taiwan in 1624-1662, milk and sugar have been added to the tea. There are two competing stories about how boba tea was discovered. Taichung's Chunshui Tangtirum, its founder, Li Huanxie, began serving cold Chinese tea after observing coffee being served cold in Japan during a visit in the 1980s. His business grew as a result of the new way of serving tea, and multiple chains serving this tea were established. Lin Xiu Hui, the company's product development manager, claims she invented bubble tea in 1988 when she poured tapioca balls into her tea during a staff meeting and encouraged others to drink it. The beverage was well received